Hello, hi students. Um, Good day. Have a great day. Okay. So actually, I have made a first video for the Euclid's division algorithm and lemma, and whatever be the basic concepts there in your first chapter. There is a video I have already uploaded. Please see that and proceed with this. Here I am just giving a quick recap only for what I have taught. Okay, it won't be in detail. Please see that video and proceed. Okay, so what we have taught in the previous one, I have taught you Euclid's division algorithm. So what is Euclid's division algorithm? A is equal to BQ plus R, and the value of R will be from 0 to B. If the value of R is 0, then B is the HCF of those two numbers. If the value is not 0, then we have to proceed again and again along with B and R till we get the value of the remainder as 0. Once we get the value of the remainder as 0, then the B is the HCF. This is what we have seen in detail in the previous video. Okay, so please see that. And then here in this video, I'm just going to complete the exercise 1.1 of your 10th standard CBSE Max. Okay, so this you can do by yourself and might have done by yourself also. Just for the proceeding with all the chapters and all the exercise, I'm completing this also. Please see. If you have any doubt, you can see this, or else you can solve by yourself also very well. Okay, so first question, you have to find the LCM between 225 and 135. So greatest number will be taken as A of the given two numbers. Given two numbers, greatest number will be A and 135 will be B, and I have to multiply and find the quotient and remainder. So 135 means if I take 2 times, it will become 270. Not possible, so only one time. So 135, 225 minus 135, which will be equal to 90. So here I'll take 90. Then R is 0? Yes? No. R is 90. So what we have to do? We have to proceed again with B as well as R. Okay. So why we have to proceed? In order to find the HCF, that is the method of Euclid's division algorithm. We have to proceed till we get the 0, then only we can arrive at our HCF. Okay, so if I take 2 times, this will become 180, so I have to take only one time, and 135 minus 90, so it is 45, right? Okay, so now R is equal to 0? No. Then proceed again with B and R. Okay, so 90, 45, obviously we know the answer 2 plus 0. Okay, now we have arrived R is equal to 0. So what is the value of B? 45. If B is 45, what is the value of H? That is also 45. Is that or not? When R is 0, B is HCF. So HCF is 45. 45 is the HCF of 135 and 225. You have to write this as the answer, right? Okay, so let's go to the next question. Second question is, it has gone in my first slide. Please check your textbook also if you want. The question is 196 and 38220. So many of our students get panic on seeing this greatest number. Don't get panic. I'll give you a shortcut for this so that you can arrive at the answer easily. Okay, so if the answer is not known, if the question is new to you in your board exam, on seeing this you may waste more time for finding out the multiplying which number we will get this one. So I can give you a little tips. If it works with it, you feel comfortable, then you can use. Okay, so if I'm taking 196, I'll go for the nearby number 200. This is 38,000. I will go for the nearby number 40,000. So because I know 200 into 200 will give you this one, so this is little lesser than this. So my answer here, quotient should be nearby 200. Either it can be 198, 197, 196, 195 or something like that. So but any of the number you take randomly and check, then you can know whether you have to proceed upper side or lower side. So in this way you can restrict this finding part to 2-3 numbers only. So here the number is 195, 196 and 195 gives you 38,220 plus the remainder is 0. With no remainder, B is the HCF. So what is the HCF here? HCF is 196 for this two numbers. Okay, so is this clear? So you can, for any number you can go for some approximation nearby rounded number, then it may be easy for you. I found it easy. I have taught the same for my students. Please try also. Okay, so third question, it is 867 and 255 and comma. Okay, these two numbers we have to find the HCF. So first A is greater number 867, 255 is B, and then dash plus R. So 250, if I am taking 4 times, I don't go for 255. Here also we are approximating. If I am taking 250, then 4 times will become 1000. Is that or not? So 1000. Anyway, so 1000 we don't want, so we will go for 3. Okay. So 255 into 3, it will give you 765. So 867 minus 765, you will get 102. Okay, but R not equal to 0, so we have to proceed again. 102 into what number? 102 into 2 means 204. If I go 3 times, it will become 300. So it should be only 204. So the remainder will be 51. So now again R not equal to 0. So 51 into 202 plus 0. Now R becomes 0. This is B. So HCF is B, which is equal to 51. So 51 is the HCF of 867 and 255. Is that clear? Yes. HCF, any problem you can do, right? Any number, any problem you can do within seconds. Okay. So if even still, if you have any doubt, please say in the comment so that I can clear again. Okay. Now first initially let us finish NCERT books only, and after that I'll go for R.D. Sharma or R.S. Agarwal during nearby your board exams. Okay. Show that any positive integer is of the form 6q plus 1 6q plus 3 6q plus 5, where q is some integer. Okay, so this I have solved on example problem in my first video. If you have not seen also, I am explaining again, but please do see once. And this is very easy, and all the questions are of the same pattern only. What you have to start with? By Euclid's division lemma. What is Euclid's division lemma? A is equal to BQ plus R. What is B here? 6. As per our question, B is 6. R is always greater than or equal to 0 and less than B. So here, since it is 6, it is less than 6. So what will be the value of R? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. Now R is equal to 0 means what will be the value of this? 6q. I am substituting R is equal to 0 here. R is equal to 1 means this becomes 6q plus 1. R is equal to 2, 6q plus 2. Don't ask, I am teaching you 3rd standard question, because this becomes that easy for you. You can keep on writing. R is equal to 4, A is equal to 6q plus 4, and R is equal to 5. So very easy, no? Yes, you can get full marks in the first chapter if you do in this way easily. Okay, so done. Up to R is equal to 5 we have done. What is the form of this? Odd or even? This I have explained again. This is even. Why even? Q is what? Integer. Any integer, whatever be the number, if you are multiplying by an even number, the answer will be even only. Okay, so 6 is an even number, q is an integer, and integer I am multiplying by an even number, that answer will be even. Is that okay? Right? Yes. So if next question, next thing, this is even or odd. You know this is even. I am adding an odd number to this. Even plus odd, odd, any number you take, 84. If I am adding 1 to that, it will become odd, right? Okay, so this is odd. Again, this is even number. I am adding an even number to this. Obviously, this will become even. Even number adding an odd number, odd. Even number adding an even number, even. Even number adding an odd number, odd. Right? Up to this it is clear? Yes. Okay. Then what is our question? What is our concern? 6q plus 1, 6q. Only odd is our concern because the question is of we have to prove for odd integers. Okay. So this one, 6q plus 1, 6q plus 3, 6q plus 5 is there in the question. Okay. So for any positive odd integer is of the, will be of the form 6q plus 1, 6q plus 3 and 6q plus 5, where q is some integer. This is the way you have to complete the answer. Okay, done? Okay. So next question is, army contingent of 616 members is to march behind an army band of 32 members in a parade. Okay, so you have seen Republic Day parade and all? Yes. If you have seen, you can understand what this question. There will be 32 members marching in the front and some members will be marching behind them. Of course, the columns will be same. If you have seen the parade, the columns will be same only. Okay. So this is the way you have to say how many maximum columns we require. So how we are going to do? Are you going to keep the people and count? Arrange the people and count? No. Why? Because you are a math student, you can very well know that you can find the HCF of these two numbers to arrive at the maximum columns required. Okay. So 32 into 30. Suppose 30 means 30 into 10 if you do 300. 30 into 20 600. 2 into 20 40. So 640. If I am taking 30 into 20, you will get 32 into 20, I will get 640, but that is not required. Only 616 required. Okay, so 616 means what will be the remainder? It will give you 608. 32 into 19 will give you 608. 616 minus 608 will be 8. So the remainder is 8. So remainder is not 0. So again we have to proceed. 32 is equal to 8 into 4 plus 0. So what is B? 8. What is HCF? 8. So answer is HCF is equal to 8. Is that right? Of course answer is 8 is right, but we have not been asked for HCF. We have been asked for the maximum number of columns in which they can march. So the maximum number of columns in which they can march is 8. Like that you have to write the answer. Please don't write HCF is 8. Okay. So next question, using Euclid's division lemma to show that the square of any positive integer. So this is also the same. The only difference is we have to find the square. So how we will start? By Euclid's division lemma, A is equal to BQ plus R. So don't scold me how many times I am teaching the same, because all the question in the exercise are of the same pattern. Please forgive me. Okay. So if you can understand, you can do by yourself also. No need to wait for me to complete. Okay. So here R is equal to B is equal to 3. 3Q plus R. Okay. So 3. R lies between 0 and B. So 0 and 3. R is equal to 0, 1, 2. Right? Yes. R is equal to 0. The value of this is 3Q. R is equal to 1. A is equal to 3Q plus 1. I am explaining this for the fourth question, so I am not giving in detail. Hope you can understand. A is equal to 3Q plus 2. All this done? Up to this done? Yes. Same as previous question. So what is the difference here? square of any positive integer. So you have to find out a square is equal to 3q whole square. This one, a square 3q whole square. So a square is equal to, what is required, what is the format required? See that before arriving at the solution, 3m, that means 3 should be outside. So whatever is there remaining should be inside. 3 into q square. Getting or not? Here it is equal to 3 square into q square. So our answer we require 1 3 outside. So I'll keep only 1 3 outside. Keep the remaining inside. 3q square. Okay. So which is equal to 3 into m. 3m. Done. First one arrived. Yes. Now second one. For this second one, so please make a equation number, because you cannot put arrow like what I am drawing. So equation number 1, from here you write from 1 we are arriving at this, and from 2 here. So a is equal to 3q plus 1 whole square. A square is equal to 3q plus 1 whole square. What is the formula for a plus b whole square? A square plus 2ab plus b square. So expand this in that using that formula, a square plus 2ab plus b square. Okay, so you see the question, one should be required outside separately. So I don't also touch this one, let it be outside. So from this remaining, what is required outside? 3. What is inside remaining? 3 square. 1 3 we have taken outside, only 1 3. 3q square plus 1 3 we have taken outside, so only 2q. Understand? So I'll write the whole thing as m, and this one here 3m plus 1. Done. See, simple thing. Up to this you know Euclid's division lemma, then r value, then put that r value and find out the value of a. Up to this you know. What is new in this question? Only thing is square of any positive integer, right? So you have to square this. A square is equal to 3q whole square. So after this somebody will do 9q square. Don't do that. Okay. See the question. You need 3 outside. Okay. So don't expand. Only take 3 outside. Whatever is remaining, keep it inside. So the remaining which is inside, you name it as m. Done. 3m. Likewise in second also, expand this. We need a 1 outside, so keep it outside itself. Don't mix with this. From the first and second, what is required outside? 3. Take that outside. Remaining whatever is there, you keep inside. So 3m plus, and name it as m. So our 3m plus 1 we got. So conclude the question as, according to this, it is proved that the square of any positive integer is either of the form 3m or 3m plus 1. Okay. Okay. Done. Yes, clear. Fine. And the next question is again same pattern. The difference is, read the question, it is cube of any positive integer. So by Euclid's division lemma, we will start with the same. A is equal to bq plus r. Here b is 9, 9q plus r. R lies between 0 and b, and here our b is 9, so r lies between 0 and 9. R takes the value 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? 9 also? No, because it is less than 9. So all these values are there. Don't get panicked that how come we can expand till 8. Not required. Be smart. Read the question. What is required in our question? See the last digit 8 and see this one cube. So if I expand this 3, sorry, if I expand 2, it will become 8. 2 cube is 8. Suppose if the question is like this, or 9m plus 27, then you have to expand 3 also. 3 3s are 9, 9 3s are 27. So but our question is up to here only. 9m plus 8. So if we expand r is equal to 0, 1, 2, that is suffice. Okay, done. Don't expand the remaining. See the question, see whether it is a cube or square, whatever it be. Get into a conclusion from that, because see, the same question can't be asked in board. Just understand the concept clearly. Don't follow a pattern and keep expanding till 8 and half of your time gone. Okay, so please see that you have to expand only r is equal to 0, 1, 2, that is sufficient for this sum. So a is equal to bq plus r. R is equal to 0 means again the same, r is equal to 0 in this equation. Put r is equal to 0 in first equation, this equation. Okay, so r is equal to 0 means a is equal to 9q. R is equal to 1 means a is equal to 9q plus 1. R is equal to 2 means a is equal to 9q plus 2. Done? Yes. Keep it as second equation, keep it as third equation, and keep it as fourth equation. Okay, so first equation we have taken as Euclid's division lemma 1 with 9 as b. In that we have put r 0, 1, 2. 0 means 9q, 1 means 9q plus 1, and 2 means 9q plus 2. Done? Okay. So now what we have to do? We have to find the cube from 2. 2. What is 2? Equation number 2, this one. A cube is what? 9q whole cube. Should we expand this? 9 9s are 81, 81 into 9. Do you think that is required? No. Why? Because that is not our purpose. Our purpose is 1 9 should be outside. See here. All should be m. That's all. Take a 9 outside. Keep everything inside. Done. 9m. That's it. Don't expand, please. Don't expand. Okay. So this is done. So from 3, what is our third equation? You see, 9q plus 1. So a cube is equal to 9q plus 1 whole cube. What is the formula for a plus b whole cube? You all know. Anyway, I'll write that. A cube. See, there are, somebody might have studied in this way. Don't get confused. Both are same. 3ab square plus b cube. This is some might have studied in this way and some have studied in this way, but both are same. Right? Why? How both are same? From this we are taking 3ab common outside. From this a will be remaining and from this b will be remaining. Right? Okay. Yes. So you can expand with either of the method. No issue in that. Your method you expand. Don't get confused with this. So a cube plus 3ab into a plus b, 9q plus 1 plus b cube. Okay, so this is done. What is this? A cube plus 3ab into a plus b plus b cube. Getting? Please expand by yourself if you are getting confused. Expand and see. Okay. So now what we require outside? 1 we require outside. So I'll keep that 1 as such. I don't disturb that. So from this remaining, what is required outside? See the question. 9 is required outside. So I'll take a 9 outside. Okay, done. So what is inside here left out? 1 9 I have taken outside. What is inside? 9 square, because 9 cube was there. 1 9 I have taken outside, and then remaining will be 9 square q cube, and here I have taken 1 9 outside. What will be remaining? 3q into 9q plus 1. Please listen carefully. Last a cube is b cube is 1 cube 1. This I have kept here. From this all 3 remaining terms or remaining 2 terms, I have taken 9 outside because that is required in our question. So 1 9 I have taken outside from this term. So what is remaining? 9 cube was there and 9 I have taken. 9 square q cube. 1 9 I have taken from here. What is left out? 3q into 9q plus 1. So all this I have kept inside. That's it. Don't expand, please. Okay. So whatever be the inside, we will name it as m. Done. 9m plus 1. Then okay. So second is arrived. What is third? Third we have to arrive from fourth equation. Which is fourth equation? 9q plus 2. So a cube is equal to 9q plus 2 whole cube. Again apply the same formula, right? 9q whole cube, a cube plus 3 a b into a plus b plus b cube, right? Done. Expansion, see here, this is a cube, 3ab into a plus b plus b cube. Done. Okay. So a cube is equal to, now you see what should be kept as such? 8. 2 cube is 8 because we require 8 here. So remaining all, in the remaining this thing, I have kept 2 cube as such here. The remaining I have to take 9 common outside. Okay. I have taken 9 common outside from the first term. What is left out? 9 square q cube. Then 9 common outside from the second term. What is left out? 3q2. 6q into 9q plus 2. Please take only 1 9 outside. Write all the remaining as such. Don't expand. No need to multiply. Nothing. You just write as such. From the first term 9 taken outside. 9 square q cube inside. From the second term 9 taken outside. 3q2. Okay, 6q I have written. And then 9q plus 2. All these are as such. So this will be, we will consider as m. So it will be of the form 9m plus 8. So done with our question. 9m plus 1 and 9m plus 8. Okay, so you can write the answer as, from this equation, you name this as some other equation. Okay, up to what we have named 4. So you name this as 5, you name this as 6, and you name this as 7. From 5, 6 and 7, we have shown that the cube of any positive integer is of the form 9m plus 1 and 9m or 9m plus 8. Okay, so like this you have to write and complete. So with this your exercise first point 1.1 is over. So I'll meet you in my next video of fundamental theorem of arithmetic. Okay, so till then, bye students, keep practicing, write your queries, please do subscribe if you like. Thank you.